For our second game project in Gamesalad, what we're going to do is we're going to build an endless runner. I think most people are probably familiar with endless runners at this point, but if you're not, here's some gameplay from one. This is called Skyrise Runner. And what usually happens is you usually have a player character that runs and jumps along randomly generated platforms. Platforms that have varying distances between them. They have different heights, so the game is different every time. Usually there's some collectibles, there's some enemies, stuff like that to keep the game interesting and varied as you run along. And you just run until you can't run anymore, until you die, and then the game is over. Let me show you the one we're going to do. Here's the finish game in Gamesalad. Let's preview this. So here's what we're going to do in Gamesalad. In this game, we're going to build a splash screen, a basic splash screen, so you can see how to add some titles, how to add a play button. And when we play, here's our character, a robot in our case. And these platforms are randomly generated lengths. The space between them is random. Whether an enemy appears, that spinning saw blade, that's random. And then these get going faster. The longer you travel, your score up here is based on how long you've traveled. The longer you travel, the quicker the platforms will go by. So this is the endless runner we're going to build. If I miss my jump and land in the toxic waste down here, I will die. Or if I hit a saw blade, I'll die. Let me fall in this hole. And you'll see I'm dead. And the game will reset back to the splash screen. So that's the endless runner we're going to make. You should definitely download the game file. There's going to be an empty one. Right now this is complete. There's also going to be a complete one just like for Pong. So all of these actors right now have all of their behaviors in place. And that, as you could see, everything was working correctly in the finished version. But I am going to have an empty version, empty in the sense that none of these actors are going to be in there. None of them are going to have behaviors applied. But what is going to be there and what you'll need to complete this exercise are the images. So there'll be all of the images in place. And there'll be the sounds in place, which in our case now is just a saw. But you'll want all these images to start. So you'll want to download the empty project that has all these images in place to start the project for this lecture. So go download those files now and we'll start this endless runner in the next lecture. I'll see you there.